There's this thing where I live, it's just called spring cleanup. I don't know if they do it in any other places, but in my town, they do it because there's like a huge thing for it. Like people do stuff with it. Like you know how there's like American Pickers or Bidding Wars or any of that kind of crap where they're taking someone else's junk, going through it, sorting it, and making a buck off of it? Recyclers, kind of idea. Or like borrowers, or I don't know how to, there's definitely a flow. And well, see, I've thought about this many times because they have a program called Big Brothers where they pick or diabetes thing or diabetes association or something where they pick up your donations from your door, and they like call and be like, oh, do you have anything for the Big Brother Society or some shit? Well, you also have things like Valley Village, and okay, so now there's definitely a degree that you're supposed to do your job and whatnot, and like especially if you're getting paid for it or like things like this, because I'm assuming people get paid for their work there. And Value Village is shit because honestly, going in there, there's like they pretty much put like retail value on shit. They're like, oh, this is a really fancy fucking um snow jacket. Oh, it's gonna be $150. And it's like, no, the reason you go to a thrift store is so you can find really great deals on really random shit because people donate it. They donate it for a reason. And so, yep, it's weird paying like $12 for a pair of shoes that someone's already worn down, crap like that. Which actually is also bad because it fucks with your own feet space, especially if you're growing up and developing your foot pattern. It would then fuck with your foot pattern. Thanks, my mom, for that information. That's why we never ever got hand-me-down shoes as children. She tried her hardest, bless her soul, because I'm really glad that my feet patterns are my own. But yeah, I just despise Valley Village, even though it's kind of like the biggest like thrift store there is, as far as I know, because of a lot of other places is closed down. Actually, we used to have a MCC. It closed down, or yeah, no, MCC is there. I think the other one's the Salvation Army. Yeah, because my friend would be like, "That's the Sally Ann" and whatnot. Like that one was like cute, reasonable, and like gooder. But Value Village, as far as I know, literally is just a company, not. And people like still donate their stuff to it, and then like they buy it from places and whatnot, and then they just sell it real top dollar, and you're like, okay. Um, but don't get me wrong, I still bought my video game from there, and yeah. But what to say would be say fun. Um, okay. So my mom went to this church group where there's like a bunch of people run it, and then they have a bunch of volunteers and whatnot. And see, the thing is, the volunteers, because this was like scrap food kind of idea that like came from all the different stores would donate, or like I don't really can't tell you specifics. My mom probably could, but they would donate to this church, and it'd be like the church people would supposed to go through it, make sure it wasn't bad or whatever, and sort through it. So then, and I could understand them having kind of like their pick of it first, as long as they're like respectful, and they're not just volunteering to get the free food, because that's wretched. And then they're just like, oh, I'm gonna eat these things because I love them, and they're just like being like greedy. Anyway, so basically, the church thing got shut down or lessened quite a lot, and I relied on it a lot. For actually all my food, anything that I could eat pretty much came from there for a bit. Like during the hairdressing and whatnot. And like that, I don't know. I've never looked at going in any of those places as bad because my mom has always been doing her best for us. And now that I'm an adult, I'm not gonna say like, oh, that's embarrassing, like my brothers would. But anyways, so food bank food, or like donation at a church food was great, except for the volunteers didn't do their job and were really shitty. And someone complained because it's fucked up. Like, do your job. That's what you're there for. Is a job that you should respect because why the fuck else are you there? Like, you're just being a greedy piece of shit. Leave. Also, a juice box thanks to my local food bank. So thanks to that. But yeah. Anyways, so basically, just put effort into it is what I'm saying. They should make a company where they do almost like the Big Brothers, but do a spring cleanup version. Organize your own system like spring cleanup and how it works and whatnot, but instead of having garbage trucks in like there should probably definitely be like garbage truck and like loader truck or something along those lines. Ticket people who throw out like regular garbage or disgusting things. Like actually find them because that's nasty, okay? Um and then like have it like a specific day. You're like, oh, this is when we take all your donations and stuff. Literally, if it looks like it could be used, and then get people who actually like test the shit out too, and like do that because I think they do that in some of the thrift stores where they actually test it. But like my mom has said, well, you never really know for sure because well, right? And like the game that I bought, which is fucking the game that I bought for like $20 at a thrift store, which my mom honestly made me say out loud, I'd rather shoot myself in the fucking head. And the guy who was dealing with us was not impressed because that whole situation was real bad. Like my mom's like, that's a ridiculous amount to pay. And oh my gosh, and I was like, I just really wanted. I almost said My Chemical Romance. I don't know why. Satan. I really wanted a DS game called fucking. Sorry, I'm staring at the B movie game. I wanted a DS game that was called Fullmetal Alchemist Dual Symphony. And it's bad, but really good because it's like bad. It's just a really cheesy game. Because it just follows a lot of dialogue and the show. So, I mean, you only get it if you watch the show. You're definitely not going to get it if you just play this game. It's not its own thing. It really doesn't make sense. They should have done, like, it as its own thing, as some kind of arc, you know? Like, you only know this information because of the game. Like, have it be its own story, but they didn't, and it's kind of disgusting. But then again, I'm assuming they're thinking that these games are for, like, kids under 12, so it's a very easy to play mini game series in a sense. And there's like little mini games, and then there's like fight scenes, and you just kind of like run. It's almost like if I'm thinking like a Mario game, you just like run through the bad guys, kill them and whatnot, and then you just keep going. And then there's a lot of dialogue, and then yeah, it's a good game, and I like it. I haven't finished it yet. But yeah, I was like, I want this fucking game. I love literally both different fucking animations of that. Because there's my. Fuck, why do I want to keep saying My Chemical Romance? Oh, Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist fucking. And then there's like Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Though I didn't like one of them. Because I think it's the Brotherhood one. He sounds like a fucking girl. And I think they actually used a girl voice actor, which was really upsetting to me. Because after watching it, then reading the manga, then finish watching it, and like a lot of back and forth and whatnot, it was kind of like I connected to these characters, and then they just fucking ruined it, and I was like, disgust. Which I hate because Brotherhood follows the manga, and I was like, disgust. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, like the original, I think, because I think that one was like made first, and they had it on TV, and then they like did an adaptation, because the original one it made sense, but it didn't make any sense. In all honesty, all of them are really good on their own, but the game's kind of like, you don't get it unless you get it. So okay, yeah. Value villages suck.
That's hilarious.
But I found my game.